Hey guys! So I did do my hair, thank you for noticing. This is also a new background. I'm gonna call this option 3. This is in our guest room. This is the only thing that is not a complete mess in here. We have now finally made enough space for me to even be able to sit in here, but this is option 3, so let me know which area you like best. So today I wanted to do a quick video just kind of updating everyone on what I'm reading, watching, and playing. Most important part. So what I'm reading is Project Hail Mary. This is the book I'm reading with my parents. We have made it to our 25% checkpoint. We had our discussion. It was a great time. For anyone reading this, we have gotten to the point where you meet the alien. Literally, the second you meet the alien, the chapter ends, and that was our checkpoint. But like I said, I have read this book. I already know what happens. I know how the story goes. I'm so excited. I have found that reading this, I am still excited to go on this journey with our character Ryland Grace. I was nervous about rereading this for a while because I honestly was like, I read this like 5 years ago at this point. It was my first sci-fi, but honestly, it was for no reason. I'm enjoying this so much. I love how funny it is. It's like funny to the point of being like super corny for a lot of the time. But sometimes it's just genuinely funny. Even when it's just corny, it's like really silly, and it just adds to the character of being just a cornball science teacher for young kids. And I love it. I love how when you learn that he is a junior high science teacher, so many little tiny details of his personality make sense. Like the fact that he, instead of cursing, he says like fudge ball. There's really quirky ones, but the fact that he's been doing that, and it never says outright that he's doing that because he's a teacher. When you learn that he's a teacher, so many little parts of his personality make sense. I really love the character. I love how so much I need to breathe. It doesn't seem like it's character driven at all, but I'm such a like character reader, if that makes sense. Like, I love the characters in a story. If the characters are not good, or they're not like well developed, and when I say good, I don't mean like morally, I just mean like a good, well-rounded, or just like a great character, I usually will not read something. So if you haven't noticed, I'm a character driven reader. So for this story, it's not a character driven story at all. It is very like plot heavy. There's a plot that you are following throughout this entire thing. But I feel like so much of this relies on the characters' personalities. Like, the characters' personalities mean so much to the story. And I don't know what else I was going to say about that, but that's just something I noticed and I really love about this. Again, I'm still enjoying this second time around reading this. I'm having a great time. I'm loving that now that I know the story, and I can kind of like not have to worry about like, oh, what comes next, and I can just kind of seep more into the details, the minor details that I probably missed while reading the first time. That I can kind of like pick up these little things, like the whole thing of he didn't curse because he's a teacher, picking up a little more closely on how the personalities of all the characters really drive the story, not more so than the plot, but just honestly, to me, just as much as the plot drives everything. But just those little things, I've been really enjoying this. I'm super excited to continue reading this. We have the next 25% now to read for this week, and I'm loving it. I'm loving rereading and revisiting these characters in this story. I'm enjoying like experiencing my parents' first time experiencing this story with these characters and seeing their reactions. So this has been great. By the way, they are also the ones that bought this new mic. Hopefully my audio is better from now on. Thank you guys. Everyone say thank you. Thank you. Good job. So yeah, that is Project Hail Mary. So something I said was I was going to read this book in between reading my parts for Project Hail Mary, and this ended up coming in the mail. You Should Have Been Nicer to My Mom. This is one of my most anticipated releases for this year. It comes out, as you can see, or you can't, but this is an advanced reader's copy. I'm so happy about this. It comes out March 26th. So this month, I have a lot to read already for this month, and I was honestly going to try and push myself to finish reading this before the 26th, while I'm also reading Project Hail Mary and kind of tabling on Sundays She Picked Flowers. However, I'm enjoying it, don't get me wrong. I'm like 20 pages in, or a little more than 20 pages in. I'm really enjoying it, but I really got myself excited to read On Sundays She Picked Flowers. So not reading it, I'm just kind of like thinking about, oh, I'm really excited to experience this. I can't wait until I get to it. And I feel like that's not the respect that You Should Have Been Nicer to My Mom needs. I feel like this needs the respect of, this is my most anticipated release of this year. I should be excited while I'm reading it. So I'm gonna kind of like ignore the release date for it, which you're not really supposed to, but like I said, I want to be excited, and I want to read this because I want to read it. I don't want to read it because I just got it in the mail and I want to read something else, but I'm forcing myself to read it. So I'm putting this down, and I'm going to read this when I finish the next 25% of the next book. So, and I'm just kind of a person, like, anything can put me into a reading slump. If I read a very good book, I will go into a reading slump. If I overwhelm myself with like responsibilities, like if I have too many buddy reads at the same time, I will get overwhelmed and I will read nothing, and I will want to read nothing, and God knows when I'll want to read again. So really, like, if I'm reading too many things, I get overwhelmed and I don't want to read anymore. If I have too many books that I want to read, I will not want to read anything and I will be overwhelmed, and you get it. So in hopes that I don't overwhelm myself and go into a reading slump, I'm putting that one down. This will be the next book that I pick up. If I don't get to it in between these checkpoints that I have with Project Hail Mary, then I don't. The last thing I want to do is put myself into a reading slump, because reading is such an important part to my life, my days. I love reading. It helps me so much with like unwinding. Oh my God, breathe, girl, please. It has helped so much with my like sleeping. It's helped so much with my mental health, just kind of like slowing down my days. I'm sure everyone watching this can probably understand what I'm talking about, so I'm preaching to the choir. I don't want to get to the point where I don't want to read. And I get to this, I get into a reading slump every single year around this time, and I'm trying really hard to kind of find that perfect formula where I can get through the entire year without a reading slump. And a reading slump I define as literally just trying to read and then having to put it down because I do not want to read, and having nothing I want to read, and kind of like not even wanting to look at a book. If I go like a week without reading, I don't consider that a reading slump. If I can, after that week, pick up another book and enjoy another book and like continue going, that's not a reading slump. A reading slump is like, I really want to read, but I cannot get myself to read. So the best way I have found to not go into a reading slump is to not force myself to do anything I don't want to do. So even if like I want to drop everything and just focus on one thing, that's what I'm going to do. And sometimes that's what I need. And I've done it many times and it's saved me. Something else that helps me is like, if I want to go a week without reading and I just want to focus on other things, I need to let myself do that, because I just, you can't, too much of a good thing is not a good thing, whatever the saying is. Yeah, it's my TED talk. By the way, I'm okay. I went to the beach and I didn't rub in the sunscreen too good, I guess, but I'm fine. It's not a sunburn. It's just red a little bit. It'll be fine by tomorrow. For manga, I actually finished the first volume of Planetus. This is what was I gonna say? This is the chapter 0 manga pick for this month. We were supposed to read volume 1. We had a great discussion on Saturday. I'm not going to say too much because I kind of want to do a video just dedicated to this. So all I'm going to say is volume 1, amazing. Very excited to pick up volume 2. The discussion was amazing. It made me realize so much more how much I like this. That's something I struggle with a lot, and why I started doing this and why I started my Instagram account to begin with a few years ago. When I talk to people about something that I read or media I consumed, I realize so much more about my own thoughts when I'm speaking to someone else, and that is something I love. That is that is what's so great about having this community. So yeah, I didn't even realize how much I liked it. I thought I liked it enough, and there were certain things that were very interesting. And then while I was talking, I was like, "You're so right. I feel that way too," and that is such a deeper emotion than I thought it was. And then like we started talking about specific characters, and I was like, oh my god, you're right, I love this character so much. And then there was like one part in the volume that I got teary-eyed in, and I'm a crybaby, so I was like, that's not a huge deal. But while talking about it, I was like, oh my god, no, those tears came from somewhere so much deeper than I thought. So love talking about it. So I didn't realize how much I liked this until I talked about it, and then I was like, no, I actually love it, and I'm so excited to continue reading. For next week, we're supposed to read volume 2. I can't wait to get on that. I did not read this weekend, but you'll find out why later on in this video. I really enjoyed this. Won't talk about it too much right now because I want to do another video. So the other manga I'm reading as I'm reading Planetus is Bleach. This is a 3-in-1. I've read 16, 17, and then I just have 18 left. I have been loving this. Bleach is a series I love so much, and just reading it this time instead of watching the anime again has just been such a ride. And especially, I said this a bunch of times, but if you don't know, I watched Bleach as a child. I watched it in high school. Now I am not in high school. I haven't been in high school for a while. Now being able to not just re-experience that story as an adult, but instead read it and get such a much more personal experience. And in my opinion, reading is more personal. I have been enjoying it so much more. I feel like when you're reading, especially Bleach is such a in my opinion, please, is such a complex story with complex characters. The magic is complex. Everything is so complex. There's so many details that you kind of just skim over. You don't really have time to really go through the details in the anime. The anime is amazing, don't get me wrong. I feel like reading the manga has been such a great experience to really like sit in each scene, even like the great like training scenes or the great fight scenes. Like, it's so amazing to really sit in those scenes, breaking that scene down into panels and being able to sit for as long as I want in each panel of each scene. If you understand what I'm saying. It has been a great time. This is one I really don't want to put down. I think I'm gonna have a volume of this on my nightstand at all times because I'm loving this. I really don't want this to end. Luckily, I'm in the beginning, so I have a while until I'm close to the end. I'm just enjoying this. That is something else I'm reading. Watching, I'm gonna be honest with you. I think by the time this video comes out, my February wrap up March TBR video should be out already. My god, I don't know if you notice this. I don't breathe when I talk. My god, I don't know if you can see my face is getting red because I'm not breathing. That video should be out already by the time this video comes out, and in there I talk about like what I'm watching, what I want to watch. Since that video, I've watched Naruto. I think I have like a couple episodes left of season 5. When I thought I was at the end of season 5, I was not. I was like in the middle. I guess season 5 is longer than the other seasons, but I'm at the end of season 5. It's amazing. Love Naruto. I mean, I'm having an amazing time. I'm at the point where... Okay, I'm not going to do spoilers. I'm at a very pivotal point, and I am hoping something that happened didn't actually happen, so I don't have to cry and feel empty at the start of season 6. So yeah, so all I've watched is Naruto. I have not watched anything else. Again, you're gonna find out very soon. If you want to know what I'm watching, I mean, I'll give you the titles. I'm currently watching, again, Naruto, Seventh Time Loop, Dark Moon, Frieren, Jujutsu Kaisen. I said in that video that I'm going to stop now and re-watch it at another time so I can give it the attention it needs for me to understand what's going on, because I think I said in that video, I clarified that I've been watching Jujutsu Kaisen as my new like kitchen show. And what that means is I watch it while I cook. Obviously that means I'm not giving it my full attention. A show that I just finished, or not just finished, but a show that I watch completely as my like kitchen show is Love is War. I watched the entirety in the kitchen while I'm cooking and I really enjoyed it. I had a great time. And I was trying to look for another show to watch as my kitchen show, and I was like, Jujutsu Kaisen, it's a very big show, very popular. I've never really like felt inclined to watch it or read it, but I'm like, it's popular for a reason. So I decided to put it on, and now I'm halfway, or not halfway, I'm at the end of season 1 and I have no clue what's going on. So I decided I'm gonna stop and watch it at another point, understanding it is not a kitchen show. Saying that, if you guys have any recommendations for like a kitchen show, like a show I can have on while I cook and not give my full attention to and still have a good time, let me know. I'd love that. I still have to watch Kaya-chan. I've watched first episode, still need to finish it. Timon's B-side, and You and I Are Polar Opposites. So those are the ones I'm watching right now. Again, only have watched a few episodes of Naruto, have not watched anything else. So we're gonna move on from there. Now games. This is my Switch. It's my Switch OLED. I'm sure everyone knows Pokemon, for the 30th anniversary, came out with Leaf Green and Fire Red on the Switch, and I am a Bulbasaur girl. Yeah, so I got Leaf Green, and that is all I've been doing at all times. I've been playing it literally the second I wake up, if it's not a weekday. The last 2 days, Saturday and Sunday, I've had plenty of time I could have read. I've read not a thing this weekend. All I've done is play. I'm going to show you my team because obviously that matters to this video. This is my current team. I don't know if it will focus. You see, I have Raichu, Nidoqueen, Gyarados, Venusaur, Golbat, and Paris. Paris is just there to cut things down. But this is my current team. This is not the team I want for the Justice League. Since you're asking, I'll tell you. The team I want to have is Venusaur, Raichu, Dragonite, Lapras, Snorlax, and some other news. My partner and I got a Switch 2 this weekend. Today, actually. I do have Copia on the way, don't worry. But he got Fire Red on the Switch 2. And he is going to give me a Growlithe. That is going to be my 6th Pokemon on my team. Growlithe is always on my team. I always have Growlithe. One Pokemon that is always on my team that is not going to be there is Zubat, or Golbat, whatever. It's at a time. But you can't get Crobat in this game until you beat the Justice League, so what's the point? And then Golbat is still a good Pokemon. I still always have Zubat in my party. Any Pokemon game I've ever played, I don't even like Zubat, but somehow it's always in my team. I beat every single game with Zubat on my team, but not the old game, so I'm going to stick to not having it on my team. That's going to be replaced with Dragonite, one of my favorite Pokemons. I'm going to keep rambling, so let's move on. That's what I'm playing right now. I'm going to play that until I'm done playing the game, and hopefully that is when I get Pokopia. I believe I'm supposed to get it March 20th. I'm hoping it comes earlier, and God knows when I'm going to stop playing that game. I can really say now, there's probably not going to be another game that's not Pokemon that I play for the rest of this year, maybe even next year. The plans after this game is to play Pokopia. I have no other plans to play any other game. There's no other games that I've really been looking forward to. I'm also not like in the know of what games are coming out. It's very rare for me to know if a game's coming out that isn't Pokemon. But yeah, that's my update for now. This really was just me wanting to talk about Pokemon and the game and getting a Switch 2 and Pokopia. That's it. That was the video. Thank you guys for watching me rant. Again, if you have any suggestions for kitchen shows, please let me know. Would love that. I don't know how to end videos. So yeah, that was it. Have a good night. Bye.